This is my new studio, and over the next 2 months I'm going to be turning it from this into this. But in today's video I want to introduce you to the location and go over some of the issues it has, and some of the issues I need to address. Now when I first announced this place, well, as you can see, people were logically concerned, and I am too. Especially going from this setup in 2023 to this setup in 2024 to this crackdown in 2025. But in the words of Dutch,
have some goddamn faith!
Or blind optimism, whatever you want to call it. But let's go and take a look. So firstly, we have this garden, which is actually really nice. But considering that I sleep and work and live stream on an American time cycle, I'm probably never going to be awake to see it anyway. We of course have a swimming pool too. For frogs, but yeah, I'm not going to drink this. I'm pretty sure that there's life forms in here that are currently unknown to science. Walking up to the door, we have a lot of cobwebs and moss, and this will be a recurring theme throughout the rest of this video. Going through the door, we have our first torture dungeon. Space. This is actually the one part that I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with yet. I either want to turn it into a small gym or have it as a place to chill with a sofa and a TV. In fact, both things couldn't be more opposite. Then we have this wooden plank doing something. It doesn't touch the ceiling, but it's half embedded into the wall. So if you have any ideas what this is, please enlighten me, because I'm none the wiser to what it's supposed to be doing. What do you do? Now these white shelves will be repurposed with lighting in them, and overall they'll look really aesthetic, but the wooden shelves on the left are definitely going, which should free up some space for a TV on that wall. Then over here we have a countertop. Now my plan is to either paint or wrap the countertop and get rid of the cupboards underneath, and put a fridge under there and build in some custom shelving, because I'm looking at getting into 3D printing, and it'll probably be a good place to like keep spools and stuff like that.
Oh look, flavor nuggets.
Now there's loads of wiring in here, and that's because the previous owner used this as a shed to chat to pilots using his radio system as a hobby. I don't really understand all of the details, maybe some of you will, but there's a lot of miscellaneous wiring that I don't really know what it does, so that's all going to be ripped out. The previous owner also had a lot of coats apparently, like a serious amount. We also have some great reading material stashed into the ceiling. And look, I made a friend. Then we head into the part that will be the main studio. Now the previous owner left this bench and vice at my request, because I just think it looks really awesome. Rustic stuff is really cool, and actually will fit with the final look of the studio. But trust me, it will all make sense. They also left this pegboard and some free glasses. Safety first. And what's in here?
Got him!
Now these plug sockets will actually be hidden inside wooden boards. So I'm going to buy some wood so I can actually lay some boards on top of this, so we have like a standoff away from the wall. And all of these walls throughout the whole studio will be going black, and there'll actually be some sound treatment throughout the whole studio. In fact, I'm spending the best part of nearly £1,000, which is what, $1,200, $1,300 just on sound deadening foam and other bits, as well as those vertical wooden slats, paneling, carpet, and so much more.
What the f***? It's familiar, but I can't think why.
Now the biggest difference to any space will be lighting, and I'm planning on ripping out a lot of this stuff and going for a way better lighting aesthetic throughout the whole building. This is too clinical for my liking, and it's also really awful to film with. The lighting is my favourite part of designing spaces, so you'll be seeing a lot of changes, and as you know if you've watched any of my live streams, lighting is very important to the way that I make my videos. And that's good, because so far I've counted 16 plug sockets in this building, and of course so many cobwebs. Overall this place initially needs a clean and a lot of woodwork, paint, and heavy amounts of furnishing. And round the back there's a shed where I'll be able to actually begin working on this property by getting stuck into like fabricating, cutting down wood, and keeping a lot of the mess out of the main studio whilst I'm working on it. So this begs the question, what will it look like? Well, here's a rough idea of what I'm aiming for. I am not very good at 3D stuff, so this is a very basic rough layout, but eventually this will be a great space. But it's going to take some money and a whole lot of effort. Now, if any companies are watching this and want to partner on some of the stuff, please feel free to drop me an email. It will be at the very top of the description. This is probably going to be the most expensive thing I've done so far on the channel, and I've done a lot of expensive things making content. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I also need to say that I have no prior experience with fabricating or doing any of this stuff. I'm going to be learning as I go, and I'm going to make mistakes. So you're going to be seeing mistakes throughout the videos, and I will be relying on you guys in the comment section to give me tips and feedback, because I'm trying something new. So in the next episode, episode, we're going to start the cleaning and painting, and I think the painting is going to be the first step to really setting the tone for the rest of this build. When I actually start to get my equipment in there in probably about 5 weeks time, that's going to really change the layout because my equipment is pretty much what fills the space. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this was a very different video from what I normally post, and I'm not going to be spamming your feed with this sort of content. There's going to be one of these videos probably every week and a half, 2 weeks, and at the end of this whole build I'll be doing a supercut, which is all of the episodes put together. So if you guys want to sit through like an hour video and go through everything, you'll be able to do that. This is a new sort of content for me. I am trying something completely different, so hopefully you guys are going to be interested in joining me along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Hoes down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at roof. Chris, from my tone you peep the smoothness. In this world you get the loot, then your dreams is gonna be lucid. Fool me one time, shame on you. Second time you gonna be foolish.